The thief had oddly shaped feet. The stream is now live, I think. Should be. I'm going to check the phone just to make sure it's going through. YouTube has changed. OBS has changed. Skype has changed. Discord has changed. It's all changing.
It's all changed?
It's all change. Okay. It looks like
Frying pumpkins.
It's live.
There's the notification.
It looks like we're live. Gonna give myself a thumbs up. I think I deserve one. It
looks weird. My head's all stretched out.
Listen, I told you. I had to make sacrifices. I had to make sacrifices, okay? This is the best we can do in these circumstances.
About the chat.
All right, let me test out the chat box. Test.
Oh, no.
Fuzzy Bear is here. How you doing, Fuzzy Bear? Uh-oh.
Fuzzy Bear.
Are the voices matching up?
Are the voices matching up?
The thief had oddly shaped feet.
Two of them.
Unique.
Two of them.
New York.
Two of them.
Deadeye Dan says you're live. Thank you, Deadeye Dan. Are we looking good?
Yes.
So looking half.
That's the list. That is the list.
F
in the chat. It's all shit.
F in the
it's
chat.
Up again. Oops.
Chat box is just destroyed for me anyway. I can barely read it. It's all stretched out and shit, like your head.
Alvo's
Chop says it's all shit. Sean Simmons is back.
It's all
Sup
canceled.
Again. Looks
Wrap
good.
It up.
Roy's peeping. Alvo's not cancelled.
I'm buying a PS5. I'm buying an Xbox.
Uh-oh. What's wrong? What's going on? Why
Here I come.
You can't even say that with a straight face. You can't even say it with a straight face. Nobody's saying that. Nobody wants an Xbox.
What are you saying?
Right.
Is anyone really saying that? Is anybody like really? No. Man, I can't wait to buy an Xbox.
It's just Phil Spencer with a bunch of dummy accounts. You know, just a lot of sock puppet accounts. Clicking, voting in all the polls. You know, Fuzzy Bear says this wouldn't happen if you were streaming on the PS5.
Giant walkie-talkie. Oh.
That reminds me. Do you remember when the PS4 came out first? And there was like you could buy the camera straight away, and there was this thing first. I can't remember what it was called. Playroom or something, where you could stream, like you could set up like a little live streaming show. You could put like banners on the screen, and people were actually doing like chat shows and shit. But there was one dude, he was like drinking with his wife, and she passed out, and he reached down her pants and started like molesting her and shit when she was passed out. And that's why they don't let you do that anymore. So if you're wondering why you can't do that anymore,
what is wrong with people? Why they stop taking from us doing this stupid shit? What's wrong with you?
He just broadcast himself.
Trying to smoke and then touching it.
Just fucking being an absolute pervert in front of like a live studio audience.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Oh my god. Chop says pre-order Nightmare. I still haven't gotten mine, but I'm okay. I'm not stressing. I'm not worried. They'll come.
That's not real.
Fuzzy Bear. No, I already read that. Jedi Dan says I'm buying Xbox. PlayStation screed me. Decepticon, I'm going to need you to translate that boomer speech.
What happened?
PlayStation screed Deadeye Dan. What does screed mean?
Screed me. Screwed?
No.
Maybe
screed?
screwed?
Maybe he means screwed? He probably means screwed. There you go. Thank you for that translation. I didn't understand boomer talk.
He's booming out. I don't know.
Chop's getting... Oh, his typo. Yeah, screwed. Confirmed. Typo confirmed. Chop's getting sick.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Relax.
Decepticon.com. Check out my music sometime. You guys go to Decepticon.com. There's some music there.
This guy's a piece of work. Real piece of work. Welcome to episode number 30 of Touch and Tips. The only PSVR dedicated podcast you can ever find at this particular time, at this particular moment, on this particular URL or app or whatever, right? Technically that's true. It works. Deej is here, says all the Oys again. I missed your first Oys, I think. Did I? I'm sorry, Deej. Billy Lawhorn is here. What do you know about the getting an adapter for the cam to work on PS5? Very little, Billy Lawhorn. Basically, we gotta wait for more information. Deadeye Dan, YouTube won't let me type. Chopped, smoking it up. Decepticon, what do you want to talk about first?
Whatever. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen. So things are kind of changed for this one. I kind of didn't have much time to put things together. Usually I play a video on the corner of the screen of whatever we're talking about. I'm thinking, do we need that? Like, how many of you actually care about looking at that video? Maybe you do want that.
That's yes.
Maybe you do
Everyone
want that.
loves.
You like watching the
Everyone
little
loves
video in the corner? Because
Just stare at
I've been
their
seeing other YouTube fucking podcasts where it's just pretty much this layout, 2 cameras, 2 boxes, people talking, and that they seem fine. You know, do you need a video looping over and over again? Especially
No.
it adds work for me. It messes with my OBS. It makes it struggle. But whatever. If that's what you want, I'll do it.
Struggles, yeah, I don't know about that.
Struggles to juggles.
Crayons.
What's he saying?
He said, "How you doing, pumpkins? You're
How
a
you
great
doing?
man."
Oh man, crayons! I love you. I love you too. Thanks for the positivity, crafty crayons. Chat box not showing up yet. Let me just refresh it. It should be on the stream, but it's not for reasons unknown to me. Probably because my laptop just cannot handle shit right now. Let's talk about. That reminds me actually of Alvo, because in my last video I had Alvo playing in the background and it started all stuttering. It was like breaking down because my laptop was like, nope, this is too much. This is too much. But yeah.
What you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Alvo, how they recently put up a trailer on the official PlayStation channel, Decepticon. Do you think that means it's coming soon? What do you think that means?
Maybe. Maybe. It's been a lot of maybe. Been a whole lot of maybe.
I mean, look, Decepticon's had some connections to this game.
Maybe my music's in it. Maybe.
Yes. He's given music, but he's not 100% sure now if it's going to be in it or not. We got to wait and see on that. So
I haven't signed anything, so I think I probably signs up.
All right. As soon as you hear the music, boom, copyright strikes. Lawsuits. Any news on an open beta, says Deej. Deej, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. So when I was doing that stream, like a few days ago now, where I was like ranking all the firewall contractors from worst to best, the Alvo's official YouTube channel popped into the chat, started throwing shade at firewall, like just in a teasing kind of a way, you know, which one can jump, basically is what they said. Because their contractors or their characters can jump. You can jump in Alvo, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So then I was like, oh, while you're here, why don't you tell us about that open beta? You know, when's it coming? Give us a date, etc., etc. And that's when they were like, well, it might not be an open beta after all. He was like, it might be more of a... Well, he didn't... I forget the exact word, and I put it up in the last video I did. But basically, it made it sound like it might be a closed beta that will have plenty of spots, according to whoever runs the Alvo YouTube account.
That's probably...
I assume it's Steve?
Yes.
Okay. Well, according to Steve, then. So
PC has it at the moment, I'm pretty sure.
Excuse me?
I think people on PC are playing it.
I think there's a lot of testers going on over on like the Oculus version. Which also reminds me, you know, we saw a new trailer and it was all gameplay, which is nice. But
saw the grandpops playing it.
Oh yeah, that was a separate video that was uploaded where his
that was PSVR.
Yeah, that was cool. He was using an aim controller, but like there was no clear image of the screen. Like it wasn't up close. You couldn't really judge it from that footage.
But it looked just like the trailers.
You reckon?
Oh yeah.
Like you think the draw distance and shit's gonna be the same, or?
It'll probably be a pretty clear game.
I mean, keep in mind,
there's not a lot.
Keep in mind,
it, you know
sometimes
what I mean?
sometimes the social screens kind of have like a
I don't
different
exactly
look.
know of the new stuff, but the stuff that we've been shown, I think it'll all be pretty clear. Pretty clear.
So you're confident? I'm not. I want to see PSVR footage. That's what I want to see. I don't think it'll look as crisp, maybe, as the trailer we've seen on the PlayStation channel. I'd love to be wrong. You're saying it's pretty simplistic, therefore it might be easy to do. But I think, you know, and keep in mind, was that a Pro? Was that standard? What's it going to look like on standard? A lot of questions.
Good question.
A lot of questions.
That's a good question.
We did finally see the kill streaks in action. The dogs. Any of them do it for you, Decepticon? You liking the look of them kill streaks?
It just looks like a fast-paced shooter. We don't have that at the moment.
It does. But I'm talking about kill streaks in particular, because we haven't seen them in action before. They've been teasing them for like ages. We saw. I will say I saw the remote control car.
The car, and
it was like the wheel,
the little
the drone.
The drone, yep.
Maybe it was my imagination when I was looking at the car. I didn't look at it like I didn't zoom in or anything like that, but it looked like the wheel was like flickering in and out of existence. like it was
Oh no.
clipping or something. Maybe it was like just an effect. Maybe it was
Oh,
like a
no.
smoke effect coming off the back of it or something.
All right.
But look, that's a small thing. The game isn't like super high budgets. Like they haven't pumped millions and millions into this thing. I wonder. I'd love to know how much they did pump into this thing because, it's been in development for so long.
I
But
think
it
it's
is a small studio.
I think that's why. I think that's why it's also taking a long. Plus COVID, that extended it
Oh yeah, of course.
greatly.
Like they did cancel us for like a year and a half before they said, "Hey, it's cancelled." But we've restarted it again so there's like over a year there of like just dead, wasted time. That basically I don't know if they had to start from scratch, but that really slowed them down. Chop says Alvo 2022. Deej says they said a while ago the beta will depend a lot on PlayStation and if they will let them do one. Okay. So, I mean, that kind of... It sounds like... well, listen, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like they specifically said in the past that there would be a beta. Like, this is the first time hearing of a if PlayStation lets us do it. Now, I'm not saying they didn't say that, but that's the first time hearing of that. It seemed like it was a sure thing. Now it seems like might be just a closed beta. Do you think we'll get a beta at all? Will they just, at this point, will they just release us?
I think closed. We'll probably still get it closed. But I don't know about open.
I know stuff keeps changing about this game, but
who knows?
I still
who
think,
knows about anything
I know,
at this point?
I know it's hard to keep track. But the fact that the trailer went up on PlayStation's official channel, got a bunch of new eyes. I think it had like 60,000
probably
views.
Means soon. It probably means soon.
Probably is right now.
Sooner than later.
I'm seeing. Stutter. I'm seeing stutter Decepticon. I'm seeing delays. I'm seeing drop frames.
No. Oh Jesus!
All kinds of issues
What's the matter with
happening again.
What's the matter with you?
My thing over here has turned red to indicate the quality of the stream. We're in red right now. This is probably all drop frames. GDMax, did anyone see the Gorse on Twitter? Half horse, half guys. I retweeted that shit on Twitter. Did you see that thing?
I did see that. Someone said something about the ooze with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's exactly what looks like happened.
Chop says, "Funny D still got that Death Star microphone." Listen, the frames and shit are... What are they picking up? I think it's getting a little bit better, but I don't know what the fuck is going on here, lads. This is agitating me now.
What's wrong
I think my laptop's just at the end of its days right now, maybe.
It's done? It's going to die in front of us.
We're going to watch it die, yeah.
This is cool.
Okay, it's gone from red to yellow. Now it's back to red again. It's on yellow.
Blow on it. Blow on it. Well, wave your hand around.
Let me turn the fans on. Okay, let me... Is this too loud if I do this? Is that too annoying? You hearing that?
I don't hear it.
You don't hear us? Okay, that's fine.
I don't hear it.
Okay, that's fine. I've turned on the fan, the boost.
All right. Okay.
Hopefully that helps.
All right.
Dan says, so we got Alvo when PSVR 2 comes out. Listen, it's going to come this year. It has to. If it doesn't come this year, it's not coming. It's not coming at all. If it doesn't come this year, I'm giving up on Alvo.
It's coming
but
this year.
For sure it's coming. Look, it's all about the
November-ish?
memes.
November-ish.
What month are we now? September? I'm going to say October.
All right.
I'm going to say October because we're nearly done. Man, I can't believe we're nearly done with September already. 21st. Jesus. PS5 is nearly coming out. It's nearly on top of us.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Tsuki says, I hear it, lol. Sounds like... Of course you heard it, Tsuki. Anything negative, you'd hear. Sounds like you turned on your PS4 ready to take off.
Put it in my other headphone. Let me see.
But yeah, you're right, Tsuki. It does sound like that. Actually, it's probably not as loud. Like, this is closer to the microphone than the PS4 is. The PS4 is all the way over there. Skipped frames detected over the last 2 minutes. 26% of them were skipped, Decepticon.
Wow.
There you go. You're good. Power on, mate. Thank you, Roy.
Right.
Appreciate it. I'm sorry about all these technical difficulties.
The less
lately.
frames, the better.
You know what? That's a good point. The less of it, the less content. The better. It's not an issue, just the same. No, I'm only messing with you, Tsuki. And thank you for letting me know that you actually can hear us. Okay. I don't know. Is there anything else to say about Alvo?
I don't think we know enough to talk about Alvo.
I mean, what more do you need to know? It's gonna have like I'm seeing a lot of.
Coming out. Hey, it's coming out.
I'm seeing a lot of. Look, we're seeing a lot of gameplay at this stage. I will say, like, I like the look of the guns. They look pretty, like, a high level. Oh, baby cow. Yeah, chopped over here, paying the bills, keeping the lights on.
Keeping the babies fed.
As he all does.
This is all ghost cock. I miss the good
real
old
dad.
days of FW
The real dad in the
and
chat.
TT.
Thank you very much, Chopped. He says, this is all ghost cock. I miss the good old days of Firewall and TT. Well, this is TT. You know, this is touching tips.
You saying it's changed. It's
changed.
It's all different. Yep, it's
Man,
different.
just because the frames are
everyone
skipping,
hates
just
us,
because you
everyone
can't see
hates
half of it. Come on.
It's all changed, you know.
Deej says with Squadrons coming out soon, they can take all the time they need. Ooh, releasing around the same time as Squadrons could be bad news for Alvo. Deej raises a good point. I'm sure like Firewall's player base will probably take a big dip when Squadrons comes out too. You know, it's like so many, like Star Wars is such a big franchise. Like, how many of you in the chat are fans of Star Wars? I'm not, and I've got it pre-ordered. Like,
banned on Reddit now because of that stupid Star Wars.
Yeah, Decepticon got banned on Reddit. He's been posting my videos over on the Reddits, and he posted the one I did. It was like 18 things to know about Star Wars Squadrons or whatever the fuck it was. And someone
in the chat was like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh. He's just promoting Star Wars."
Because it was Star Wars. And then boom.
And I was like, you know what? You're self-promoting. No more of this.
There you go.
Get out of here.
Kicked up the stink. You know? And there we go. And now my views are gonna like just go down the drain. You know?
I've only been doing it for years now.
scamming the system. But they finally caught on to him.
All it took was a stupid Star Wars game and some tweets complain.
Oh man. Listen.
You're only doing it because of Star Wars.
Just relax. Just take it easy. All right. We'll just guess. We'll just recruit like Jack Boss or 5XL, and they'll start like spreading my shit all over the internet like AIDS or some kind of STD. Anyway, that does bring up a good point about like Alvo's. Like, how long do you see? How many? Oh, man, let me phrase this in a way that makes sense in English. How long will Alvo's legs be, do you think?
Depends on how good it is.
Just based on what you've seen. Based on what you've seen. As long as it runs like that.
Really good. Mm-hmm. And then we got to put some time in it to unlock the weapons and stuff, just like we did Firewall. But who knows? I don't know how it's all going to work.
We kept playing after we unlocked Firewall. Like, do you think this is getting lots of like post-game support?
Or it could be a Werewolves Within.
A Werewolves Within? That's what it's going to be?
Could be. But then we got to like tell everybody, hey, we're playing Alvo. Come help us.
You think? Because there is a lot of people out there who think like, okay, Firewall is in trouble when Alvo comes.
I don't know.
This is the new game.
There's too many games at this point now too. There's so many games now.
If like, what's the player base like for Honor and Doozy? Because a lot of people were saying that too. You know, it's like, hey, Honor and Doozy's here. I don't have to sit in a lobby. Goodbye, Firewall. You know, but like if you played Honor and Doozy now, how quickly are you gonna find a full lobby?
Got to set up an Honor and Duty game. I don't think you're just playing Honor and Duty.
Like you might bump into someone who's playing at the same time if you're lucky, but I don't think it's got the big player base.
One person.
Space Junkies. What's the player base like? Space Junkies, like any of these multiplayer shooters.
Probably the same thing.
Like even Firewall has taken a dip in the last few months. Like it's harder to find a match now than it was.
But a lot of the people that used to be hardcore players aren't.
I mean, that's good timing for First Contact Entertainment. Like that's leading them right into Solaris. You know,
it's 2.5 years old, 3 years old.
Exactly. Like that's pretty much like super unheard of for PSVR multiplayer games. That isn't Rec Room.
Tons of hours in that game.
Chop says I don't like change. I'm an old dude. I'm sorry, Chop.
That game.
What do you said?
Definitely got the money's worth. Like, what was it, $40,
for sure.
$60?
For sure. Like, I know, listen, we've been paying for season passes and shit too, but
insane amount.
It was all worth it. Daniel says, sup, you bums. How you doing, Donnie? Welcome. Tasuki says, I plan on getting Squadrons. I have hot ass. He's got a hot ass ready.
Oh, Jesus. I'd like to get one of them.
I would too, but a PS5 is just around the corner now.
Too many
can I afford? Like, where would I even put it?
I
Where would I even put it? Like, you know?
I can't afford any of this stuff.
Smash the like or get banned, says Donnie. Donnie, thank you. Chop says 5 months. I'm guessing he's predicting the Alvo lifespan. Jasuki says, not Alvo. It's because there is that other Firewall game coming out at the year's end. You mean the other First Contact game, Solaris?
Yeah, was Solaris.
For sure. Speaking of Solaris, I guess we'll segue into that.
Sure,
nicely.
why not?
You know,
Hey,
they got
why
a
not?
new
Hey,
got a launch
sure.
trailer, you know?
Why
Smooth, slide it in. Slide it in, it's lubricated, it's ready to go. Launch trailer for Solaris. Now at this point, normally I'd have a video for the launch trailer playing. But, listen, I didn't have time. It was kind of all very... I got home from work. I was like, listen, this needs to be done. It's like it's 2 a.m. for me here right now. It's gone past 2. So I didn't have time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought we talked about this.
So I'm sorry about that. Next episode or whatever, I'll hope to be a bit more organized. Anyway, Solaris.
Great.
Did you watch the Solaris trailer? The new one?
Yes.
What do you? What's your thoughts? You getting
Looks
day
like a
one?
fast-paced
Day one?
shooter. Depends on how many people get it on day one.
Okay, well,
I
look, I was like this channel in particular, like everyone, not everyone here, but look, a lot of people here love First Contact
That
Entertainment.
looks like a good game. Yeah, that looks like something we'll be playing. You know what I mean?
Like if it feels a bit like Firewall in terms of like
Looks like fast-paced
polish.
Firewall, really. With sliding.
sliding, teleporting, jumping. You know,
So you could
It's
probably
got
go into
all-
like a slide into a jump.
I mean, it's
You
the
know what I
opposite
mean?
of
All
Firewall.
kinds of-
You know,
All kinds of stuff. Right. And that's what I think they're going for. Just
For sure.
fast-paced.
2 different fields, so that if you feel like doing something faster, you can hop into that. What else is there to say about it, really? I mean, other than the fact that PSVR, we still don't have
like
a
the
release date.
space. I'm down with space.
You down with space?
I like
I'm
that.
not like I prefer the Firewall kind of
Do you
modern
like the
modern combat type of setting, like the aesthetic, I guess.
Castlevania on the soundtrack again? So the soundtrack,
Yeah.
you know, is going to be real good. Sounds will probably be
I
real
already
good.
like when they show the logo and it goes like,
like
you know, I like that. You know, I like that little touch. It's very Blade Runner-y or like futuristic sci-fi. I like it. It's nice. They showed off a little bit of customization, what you can expect. I think before they said like you'd be customizing helmets and shit, but it looked like in this video it's like the full suit can be customized, but it's very like a sports kind of, you know, like liveries you'd see on a car, that kind of a way, or like rigs, I guess would be a good example. Like your guy is wearing sponsorship and kind of that kind of thing, I think, and like decals,
like a race car driver.
rather than like camouflage that you'd see in Firewall. What did I miss?
They
Tsuki.
got another pumpkin in there. You're going to get another pumpkin face?
Probably exclusively on PSVR version, I would imagine, you know. Tsuki over here says, I was smart and bought it back when it was like $50 on sale a year or so back. Nice. $50 for a hot ass. That's pretty good. The Wolf Craze is here. How you doing, the Wolf Craze? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Deej says, Solaris looks like a grounded Space Junkies to me. Man, Space Junkies, I can't even picture. I played the alpha.
It's just that first.
I hated the alpha, the first impression.
Ruined it for us.
I know they fixed everything that was wrong with us, but I still was like, nope.
We just never went back
No, I'm
to
not
it. They
going.
blew it.
Listen, you only get one chance with me, baby.
You blew it.
All right, you better not mess up that first impression. I ain't.
How about that?
I ain't an
Among Us
easy
on
hoe.
Room. Speaking of like things like that,
What's that again?
Among Us, that Among Us in Rec Room.
Oh yeah,
And-
that
and
looks
Among Us
really
room.
really cool. I'm like, okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, we're putting a pause on Solaris right now, but
Detail.
Among Us is kind of like a Werewolves Within game that you can get on Steam and mobile. Basically, your little astronaut things, and you have to do a bunch of missions, and one of these is an imposter, so it's like a social game. You have to find out who the imposter is, vote them out, kill them. Somebody's recreated that in Rec Room, apparently. I watched the video of it. It doesn't look 100% perfect. Like, obviously, there's limitations to Rec Room, but it does look pretty, like, surprisingly good.
Could
As
be
if, like,
fun.
Could be. We should
And
probably try it out. We should probably
We
try
can
it out.
set up private, so
Yeah. As long as we don't have to listen to squeakers, the Rec Room squeakers, I'm good.
down.
You know, if we can avoid that part of Rec Room, then Rec Room is like excellent. Anyway, Solaris. Sorry. Donnie says sounds alike like Firewall Zero Hour. I'm guessing he meant to say a lot like. There we go.
Like.
I like. I like you, Decepticon. All right. I've been trying to tell you for a while now, but I wanted to say it in front of all our friends. I like you, okay? And I want to hold your hand.
No, I hate.
No, why? Why would you say that?
Keep your hand away from me.
You don't
Coronavirus, rubbing hand.
No,
Corona hand.
Please,
no.
You don't mean that.
No.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying. He's just embarrassed. He's shy in front of everyone. That's why he's act like this. He's not like this when it's just the two of us. Man, he's like, oh man, your hair looks really nice. What have you done? Have you done something with your beard? It looks so good. And it's like, oh man, that t-shirt can barely contain you. He says, some other nice, like really turning on the charm. Solaris looks meh, says Chopped. But I guess I get it. That's fair enough. It's nice to get two sides of the coin. What about it? Don't you like? He says it looks meh.
Aren't you banned from Rec Room? He should be.
Who's banned from Rec Room?
You.
Me? I'm not banned from Rec Room. Actually, the creator or one of the developers reached out and said, "Hey, you should go back to Rec Room. Make more."
Hey, leave them children alone.
The Wolf Craze says Solaris is all about the control point mode. Looks good. We will see how it plays. Indeed we will. Hopefully that fast pace doesn't upset too many stomachs, because Firewall is so much of a slower paced game. A lot of people were able to play that, even people like Decepticon, who is susceptible to motion sickness. He's cool with Firewall. Is there ever a moment in Firewall where you're like, whoa?
Nope.
No? It's all good?
Zero motion
Deej
sickness.
Says Space Junkies is good. I don't think I'm able to ban him on the mobile app, but Deej, you've upset me. You've upset me with that one, Deej. Chop says, does Squadrons have hot ass support? I thought I seen that it didn't, unless that's changed. That has changed. They've come out and they said, listen, Pumpkins said that's unreasonable and we're doing what he said. All right. Germ. Oh, Germ, who said, aren't you banned from Rec Room? Germ, welcome. Don't ever show me up like that again, Germ. Chop says, oh shit, guess that's something else I gotta buy now. Exactly. The expenses of being a VR enthusiast are getting out of control. Decepticon, do you have the list open in front of you? Because I do not.
Do I? Okay.
I'm asking you.
All right, I do.
You do? What's next on the list? What's on the agenda?
What
are we talking about next? What do you like the look of? What do you like the look of?
Doesn't show off anything. No, still no date. PS5 will boost the games.
We talking about PS5 boosting games? Let's talk about PS5 boosting games.
Is that it?
All right. That's what I heard you say. The rest was all. Okay, so PS5, their PlayStation official website came out with like a new infographic, I guess you could say, or a new article or what. I don't know how you phrase it, but basically, the wording they put beside it was that the PS5 is going to boost your PS4 and PSVR games. Now, I think they said select PS4 and PSVR games, so not every single one. So you can expect better frame rates. So they specifically said frame rates.
I have a feeling that, we'll probably get like crisper games and whatever. If you didn't have a Pro before, you'll get the Pro graphics.
Yeah, you'll get the Pro benefits for sure, I would imagine. But I wouldn't say, like, do not expect to be blown away unless
you have to issue an update.
Yeah, exactly. Unless the company or the studio
develops
a patch specifically for it. Exactly. So many of them have just like forgotten about it by now.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we got another one from Mr. Chop.
Try something? Oh yeah,
it's
man.
the drugs.
Keep them daddies. Keeping them babies fed. Deep spot.
Puke buckets.
This is for DC.
For that squadron, probably going to need it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chop.
Though, because I'm good with whatchamacallit. I forget what the other flying one was, and I was alright.
Which lover says, does it have blast processing? Decepticon is the tech man. I'm going to ask him. Decepticon, blast processing?
Blast processing.
What's
the matter? What is it?
What? You're the hacker. Yes.
What happened?
The answer is yes. Just say yes. Nod your head.
No.
No? All right. Well, look, you're going to have to research it somewhere else because we've got different opinions over here on the blast process and which lover. Jackpot's here. How you doing, Jackpot? Hope graphics are improved, not just frames per second. So I would imagine any games that we have now where the resolution is, what's the word? Variable? Is that the correct word? Where like it goes up and down depending on the situation. Is variable the right word? I think there's another word for it. I could be wrong. I can't think of it right now. So any games like that, I would imagine it would lock to the top one. But like, don't expect something that was designed to only be 720 or whatever we'll say to just magically jump up. Same as if the game is locked to 60 frames, like as a design choice, it'll probably stay locked unless the developers like have to release a patch to change that, which I wouldn't expect for old games. So keep your expectations, at the correct level. It's not going to magically change everything.
For me, where I have
it's going to be big for you.
Pro,
yeah,
I get to save money. I didn't have to buy a Pro.
Can I make a recommendation? Like the biggest change I saw from standard PlayStation to Pro, Arizona Sunshine. That game looks so shit on the standard. And it's just, it still looks pretty rough on the Pro, but it's like the draw distance.
It's pretty bad. Dreams is even pretty not too clear.
Really?
on a regular. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed it on Pro. I was like, I've been surprised with how nice it looks in the Pro.
What's that?
But I guess it depends on the creation, does it?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But the ones that they made was like inside the
box. Got a lot going on. It's pretty blurry.
Okay.
It's pretty blurry.
Okay.
On a regular.
Oh man, I hope Dreams gets a nice substantial PS5 boost.
That's 100%. I think that the thermometer will probably get a jump.
But how are they going to separate that shit from
That's the last scene that I made. That one with the giant eyeball.
Yeah.
That was It was like 89% or something like that. It was max. I blue screened it twice.
But
so I'm maximizing the game.
Surely you should be able to get to 100% before blue screens. Why is it doing that at 89? That's a bit whack,
Well, it's putting things into the scene and then trying to animate things too. As soon as I hit the play button is when shit went fucking array.
Tits up. Would it not be better to do it in flat mode and then do it in VR, no?
Huh?
Do it in create it in flat and then play it in.
You get a way better resolution.
Okay.
Way better resolution on the camera that you get too, where you take pictures of the things.
Okay. I see. Anyway, let's get to some comments. Deech says, wonder when they will mention the PSVR adapter. Very good question. Which is what we're talking about right now too, isn't it? The PS5. So they had another kind of paragraph that came out talking about how your PSVR is going to connect to your PS5, and they used the word need. So they said you will need your PS4 camera to work your current headset with the PS5.
Won't. The new one will not work.
Well, listen, I'm not saying that's true. It could be miscommunication. Can you see a reason why the new one wouldn't work?
I'm not sure. There probably isn't a reason why, but there's probably something within the programming, possibly.
Because the camera we have, I think, is 720, and the new one's going to be 1080. Would that mess it up? If its games are set for 720p kind of a speed or whatever
software, whatever
maybe
codec or whatever the thing runs
codecs
with that camera.
Conversations.
I have no idea.
Otacon. I want to save my game, Otacon.
You know what? Why are we battling?
It's confusing. It's confusing. And then let's just say you can't use the PS5 camera. That means you got to get your hands on one of these adapters. What's the chance they're going to have enough of these?
What?
What's the chance they're going to have enough of these things available for everyone's going to want one at the same time?
I think they're going to be made. They've probably made a shit ton.
You think? But they've only sold 5 million headsets.
Probably a little cheap little thing. It's probably a little dongle. Dongle.
So, you think you can just go to a website? Do you need to prove that you own a VR headset?
You need to ship it to you, or you could probably pick them up at GameStop or Best Buy or Target or Walmart.
For free, though. You can't get it for free there.
I'm sure you could. Well, I mean, it's probably, you got maybe show them, but I'm sure
they're saying it's going to be no added cost. That's what they're saying.
So, there'd be no use for it, any reason why, to get it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but why would GameStop stock that if it's no use? No profit for them, or any other retailer,
Well, if people need it, you know what I mean? Sony will ship that to them. That'll get them to their store.
Just hand it out for free? Okay.
So I'm pretty sure.
Here's a bucket of fucking USB adapters. Take a handful of fucking these little butt plugs.
You know what I mean?
So
they blew it with that. They blew it with that. So that's why it's their fault.
I don't know.
Why are we gonna buy a dongle?
I feel like they're gonna make us prove that we have a headset or something like that. Instant like read out a code on the bottom of the headset or some shit to like claim it.
Just the PS5, you know what I mean? Maybe it just comes with the PS5.
Well, no, they would say that then. And
I
that
don't
would
know.
be a waste of money for them, like because not everyone is going to use that. Only
That's true.
only 5 million
That's
people,
true.
you know. Go back to the comments. What did we miss? Witch Lover saying Sega Genesis gloated about having a fake blast processing, outdated reference, I guess. Witch Lover, no, you're just talking to idiots over here. Decepticon should know that. That's his time.
Yeah, but I still
That's
don't-
boomer.
I don't
That's
know.
boomer talk. You should know about the
I don't
blast
know.
processing. You know.
I wasn't Sega man.
It does.
Sega boy.
It does what Nintendo don't. All right. Jackpot
No.
says, wondering because I'm assuming Firewall was made on a PC. Some screenshots Firewall looks like 4K. I don't know about that. I mean,
What's that?
they would always show them screenshots. It was like image capture, captured on PC, reformatted to look. I don't know. I can't remember what the wording was, but it was like basically showing a screenshot of the PS4 version would be kind of trash because you got like the fish lens kind of thing going on or something. Chop says, so did Fall Guys die already? No, I think it's still pretty big. Although I'm kind of losing interest. I'm waiting for like season 2. I want new levels and stuff.
That's the new what is it? Fortnite. That's basically the new Fortnite.
Yeah, it's gonna be around for a long time.
It's like the hype train, streamer hype train.
Just wait until they add a level editor for people to make their own crazy shit. Then that game is never going to die, for sure.
Yeah.
Deadeye Dan says, have they ever said why the new camera won't work? Deadeye Dan, well, you've kind of already heard what we were saying about that, so that's probably already answered. But I would still say there's a chance that the new one will work. You know? Chop says the new one doesn't have the tracking, but it has 2 lenses. So what's the point in having 2 lenses if it's just for streaming? Like if it's just for putting your face in the corner of a stream.
Maybe that's
Why does it need 2 lenses?
PSVR 2 comes in.
Oh, I hope not. Because that means they're using camera tracking again.
Well, maybe we need it though. Maybe that's just part of added peripheral, added thing. Instead of cameras on the headset.
Germ says, does a new camera have multiple lenses? Yes, it does. Sean already answered. We're behind in the comments, I'm sorry. Tasuki says, I'm sure we will have the answer before the PS5 comes out. For all we know, there may be one in the PS5 box, who knows? But surely if there's one in the PS5 box, they wouldn't say, it's going to be available at no added cost, we'll let you know how to get it at a later date. Like, surely they would know that by now. Like, there's actual boxes being made right now, surely.
Probably a form we're going to have to fill out.
They're being shipped.
Mail it. That's probably what's going to happen.
Snail
or like
mail.
I said, we'll probably fill out a form and pick it up at GameStop.
Germ says, I figured it was just for streaming, etc. and just a single HD cam. No, it's dual lens. I was just thinking, maybe the reason the new one wouldn't do it and you need the old one is for streaming. So let's say you can stream yourself in the corner while you're playing VR if you have both of the cameras. So basically you get rid of the capture card, maybe. But it doesn't explain why it would need 2 lenses.
Does make sense.
It still doesn't explain why it would need 2 lenses, I don't think.
I don't know.
Chopped says, I think the new headset won't require the camera. I certainly hope not. Chopped. Deadeye Dan says, that's true, Chopped, but you think they would support the old PSVR. Wolf Craze says, if they needed to prove you are a headset owner, they could check your library, perhaps. That's a good one. A good point. Just give them your PSN ID. Job done. Trent Dabs. What's up, Trent Dabs? Remember Sega Channel? No, I don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
What? What is that?
Sega Channel?
Mm-hmm.
It was connected to your cable box. Your
Oh.
cable box.
What's a
wire.
cable box?
And it would dial through that. And you could download, basically, it's like PlayStation Now in the 90s.
Whoa.
So you could
Streaming,
download
live
any game.
streaming games over the internet? Nice.
And I would play the shit out of Theme Park.
And was that like eating,
Sega
like
theme
fucking up
park.
your phone bill when you're doing that shit?
No, but there was definitely some sort of thing going on there. Like,
Bit of
it
data
was
transfer
expensive.
going on.
It was expensive.
Okay.
It wasn't cheap.
Interesting. That's
But
weird.
I know a couple kids that have it, and yeah, we abused the shit out of it.
I bet you did, just like you always do. Which lover says they're gonna make you take a pic of you wearing your PSVR and nothing else and send it to Sony. And you know what that adds up with Mark Cerny. Have you heard what he said about sending pictures of your ears? Because like the certain 3D audios, like different people have different ears, so they need different audio profiles. He's like
modeling them things. He's wearing your ears around his office.
He's wearing. Oh man, he's gonna make his office is filled with like furniture made from people's skin.
He's licking his lizard tongue, licking your ears.
Roy Schwartz says new camera could be for body tracking in VR. I don't.
Maybe.
I mean, would that explain 2 lenses? Body tracking? I mean, I don't know.
Possible.
I don't know.
What if that's to like the fake green screen? Do you need another lens if you do the fake green screen shit?
Good question. Maybe. That's actually. I think that makes sense to me. You know, one to kind of focus on you, the other to separate you from your background, so they can just edit in. Or like chroma key automatically. I don't know. You know what? I actually don't know what I'm talking about 100% of the time.
You know, anything we've said, anything. It's been Alvo, Solaris, and PS5. All things we don't know about.
Donnie says the last Fall Guys update changed most of the levels. They randomized them in different ways. I have played that, but they're still the same levels, basically. Like, they've added a few extra obstacles here and there, which is cool, and I like this. But I'm kind of not as... I still like it. I'll play it again. Jackpot says, hope a new camera is for streaming, but will also work with PSVR instead of the old PS4 camera and will help tracking a bit. See, I don't think do you think the camera can do 2 at once? Because this camera can't do 2 at once. The camera, like the PS4 camera, like you either use it to stream yourself when you're streaming a flat game, or you use it to track yourself. Like, I don't think you can do 2 things. PS5 might.
You can stream with you wearing the thing, right?
Not like a video of me.
What? No?
Not myself, you know. I need the laptop for that. You know. Trent Dab says, lol, I'm old. So is Decepticon, apparently. Chopped says, that shit just shows our age. There you go. A lot of oldies in the chat. Creeping me out, actually. Should I be worried?
Lots of rumors in here.
I'd be worried about these old perverts over here. Tasuki says, still wondering what date Minecraft VR patch going to drop this month. Yeah, it's running out of time. What's the big secret? What's the big secret like? You know, just give us a date. Do they not know?
Are you psyched about that Minecraft?
No.
You want that Minecraft?
But like, it's huge. It's a huge game. But I'm still not like. Oh man, I might get it. I might get it, but like, I'm just not interested in that.
I played so many hours of that, like years.
Oh, you've already played it?
Ago.
Okay.
Years, like 7 years ago, me and the dude I make music with, he set up a server and we would just play that like every night and bullshit.
What did you do in that? Like, give me an example of like what you did.
Don't do it. Well, we didn't do anything because actually playing it's like No Man's Sky. Like, you gotta like just like boring as shit.
Okay.
You go around, you collect things, and you make things.
So what did you do? Like, how do you have fun in that game?
Where you can just build shit, and then that's where it's fun. You just make things.
Okay.
Like, we built the giant train station system to go to all over the place. It was retarded. It was dumb.
Okay, so but like it worked.
Hours nothing. No.
Okay, never mind then. Moving on.
Me, you know what I mean? But I don't know. A little too late. A little too late.
Chop says, that's creepy shit. Not getting my ear chopped. It's not actually. What's the word? Not voluntary. It's mandatory. You don't get a choice. It's compulsory. He's gonna come for your ear. That's that. Donnie says, corny and his ear fetish. Cerny and his ear fetish. Tsuki says, new camera was made just to make people confused as to why it exists. It's doing a fantastic job of that, Tsuki, so far. Jedi Dan says, you guys weren't paid consultants on the PS5. Well, listen. I read the tea leaves, as it were. Jedi Dan. I'm not. I'm on the ball. I'm seeing the stocks.
Hook me up with a system, I'll turn in. I'll wear PlayStation stuff. I'll talk about. I'll wear it. I'll bring it all over the place. I'll show people the thing.
I can tell you, one. Man. You want to know about Silent Hill? You want to know about that Silent Hill reboot that I'm going to reveal next year? I'll tell you about it if you want. Chop says, yeah, there's no good info here at this point. I'm just here for that's basically what it is. Like, listen, we're not insiders. We don't have anything that isn't already available out there. But there is people who don't know things. Like Germ, for example, didn't know that the adapter existed until 2 days ago, even though they announced it 2 months ago maybe or something. Minecraft cancelled, says Chopped. That's the next Alvo then. Deech says, I couldn't care less about Minecraft, but it's good for pushing VR. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Chop says they just
It's
build
more for VR.
dicks. And Jackpot says Squadrons is the only VR game that sounds good. Hopefully doesn't disappoint. I think you're forgetting Hitman Trilogy. Mr. Jackpot. You just humiliated yourself in front of everyone. Decepticon,
5.
what's on the list? What you want? What you like the look of there? What you like the look of?
We got post mentions.
No
What
spoilers. No
PSVR
spoilers.
games
No
benefit? Insert crappy running games here.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. So, because PS5 is going to boost VR games, can you think of any VR games that like are running shittily that like will really benefit like in terms of frame rates? The only one that came to my mind was like Rec Room. Like that game blue screens a lot when like it gets a bit hectic and you get that infinite kind of matrix effect that goes on sometimes. I feel like that's got something to do with frames and shit too. But is there anything else? Like any other stuttery
super
game?
Nice.
Does Dreams get stuttery for you?
Well, when you start blending items, like using a circle and then using another circle to morph into the circle that you just used, things start to get a little slow.
Okay. I see. So Dreams, Rec Room. I can't really think of any other game that's like really...
Abduction.
Because it's pretty much a requirement to have a smooth...
I was playing Abduction for a while there, and I stopped. I forget what game Walking Dead came out.
Okay.
But Abduction was fun. It looks really good since the update.
It's like a puzzle game, isn't it?
Yep. It's like Myst.
Germ says description for the camera. Featuring dual lenses for 1080p capture. Are you telling me it needs dual lenses to get 1080p? That doesn't make sense, does it? For capture. 1080p capture. Alright, so that means you can just record yourself. I'm pretty sure like the PS5 is going to have like some pretty advanced video editing stuff built into it this time. Like there is Share Factory on PS4, but I think they're going to go the next step up. So the guys who made Sony Vegas were working on Share Factory. I think they're probably going to have like Share Factory PS5 or something way more advanced.
Okay.
For people who like to make content, Jackpot says Hitman is not till next year. You never specified a year, Jackpot. Don't try and weasel your way out of it. You humiliated yourself, alright? Germ says HD camera works seamlessly with the PS5 console's background removal tools to put you in the spotlight. Damn, how do we miss that one? Germ over here with the hot info. HD camera works seamlessly with the PS5 console's background removal tools to put you in the spotlight. That's cool. PS4 does have a little version of this where it's like it can kind of detect when you're moving. It removes the background, but it's still really kind of shitty. You can still see, like, because it's 720p, obviously it's not sharp. And if it's like, I don't know, maybe this will be way better. I hope so. Deadeye Dan, tell me when and where I can get the PS5 pre-order. That's what I want to know. Just wait, Deadeye Dan. I'm good friends with Mr. Sony. Mr. Sony said to me privately on the red phone, 3 o'clock last night in the morning. He said to me, listen, there's going to be more units available up until launch. Everyone's pretty much going to get one. Everyone who wants one is going to get one, Just have to be patient. But in all seriousness, he did say there's going to be more PS5s available at launch than there was PS4s available at launch. And PS4s didn't sell out.
They're pretty easy to get.
Yeah, at launch. I don't think people had trouble. And there's going to be even more PS5s. I think it's just the initial pre-order.
It's always the initial.
Because some of these stores were only getting like 10 units or whatever. Deej says No Man's Sky. Ooh, No Man's Sky, that would benefit from PS5 boosting. Boss, I'd love to see them actually make a patch to take advantage of that.
Let's make the game fun.
Decepticon over here. Deej is going to have a fight with you if you keep talking shit about No Man's Sky. Chop says No Man's would benefit. That was a good shout. Jason Voorhees says Abduction.
Jason Voorhees?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Oh shit, Jason's in here.
Yeah. How's the mother keeping Jason? Rogue says, you got it working. Nice. Of course we did, Rogue. But thank you for your concern. Germ says wording kind of suggests that, question mark. So do you think that's what the second lens is for? For removing the background? You know, is that something?
Sure. Yes.
Because this camera I'm looking at right here, if I go onto Skype, I can click a button that says blurred background and can pretty much do that. And that's just one lens, you know? So, I don't know. Deej says, fuck you, Decepticon. Chopped says, I had trouble getting a PS4 where I live. Took till after Christmas to get mine. Okay, Chopped. I guess I was just too privileged in my first world country. I forgot about your third world country. I'm sorry about that, Chopped. PS Pro day one, though, yeah. Not as hyped, the Pro, as like the PS4 was. Tasuki says, for PS5, give us a Skyrim Viewer Special Edition pack. They'll make you buy a whole game for that again, Tasuki, 100%. Witch Lover says, there was a game called U-Star that used the camera to put you in movie scenes that you acted out. Would be cool with the new camera. Was that an Xbox 360 game? I think I remember hearing something like that.
Forgot about that.
What platform was that on?
I think it was Xbox.
Okay. That sounds fun. Sounds cheesy, but like, you know.
It was,
good
but it was
cheesy
still
fun.
funny.
Germ says, anything with dynamic resolution should benefit. That's the word, dynamic. I was saying variable. But dynamic resolution is what I wanted to say. Thank you, Germ. Not sure if any PSVR games are using it. Tasuki says Skyrim Viewer Special Edition only $69.99. That's going to be actually $89 over here. Or $79.99 over here for me. Because, you know, screw Europe.
Ridiculous.
I guess. Is there anything left to say about this topic on the list? Giuseppe? Nope. Next topic. Move on.
Sniper Elite. Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite?
Sniper Elite.
Did you watch it?
Nope.
No? Alright, well, how can we talk about it? How can we talk about it then? You know? Unbelievable. How can you do this to me? How could you do this to me?
I know what the game is. It's all right. You run around, you shoot people, you snipe them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yo, you did watch this? You did watch it? Oh, he watched this. He watched it. Man, I thought you said you didn't watch it.
I know the game. I didn't watch the trailer.
I thought you said you didn't watch it, you know? You knew.
No.
You resized the trailer perfectly. You know, that's how it went, frame for frame. Basically, we finally got a glimpse at Sniper Elite. It exists. It hasn't been cancelled. That's a nice relief for everyone. That was at that Facebook event where they announced a bunch of kind of crazy VR games. Like Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, all that shit's coming to Quests and Oculus and stuff like that. So a little bit jealous about that. But we're getting Sniper Elite, and the trailer did look good.
Doing a lot of that. I think there's going to be a little bit of a VR war going on.
Which is kind of nice. I want to see Sony get involved in that.
That'll hype development.
Exactly. I want Sony to put a big gun on. Put a Naughty Dog game in VR.
What?
You know? What?
A what?
What?
What did you say?
I said put a Naughty Dog game in VR.
A Naughty Dog game.
What did you think I said?
No, that's what I'm saying. What?
Like, I want a big studio. I want them to put one of their big guns into VR. Not like Sony London are good. Who else did they have? Like Sony Japan. They did Astrobot, but I would like to see, you know, the next Uncharted or the next fucking whatever Naughty Dog made.
Soulsborne
game? Yeah.
Oh.
Something like that. Demon Souls get a VR patch? I'll take it.
Something like that. That'd be nice.
Deej reckons Bethesda will move on to Fallout 4 VR. Do you think we'll get Fallout 4 on PS5?
Probably.
Because we never got it on PSVR. It was pretty much the hardware.
Right? That's officially on the PC?
Oh yeah, they revealed that was by them. The same time, basically the same time Skyrim came out.
All those things that we sweated that we wanted to get.
Yeah. Blade and Sorcery, all that shit.
Getting it. House Split, we're getting it.
I will say that apparently, from what I heard, the Fallout 4 is actually supposed to be bad, even on PC viewer. Like it's super blurry and shit.
In isolation.
Is that? I don't think that's officially on PC.
It's not official. No.
There's a lot of mods and stuff like that. Like GTA 5 has a mod.
And not port the VR.
What?
What's wrong with you?
What? Alien?
Alien Isolation.
Oh, yeah,
how did that company not port that game?
I don't know. I don't even know who made it. Who made that game?
Sell so many copies. Again. All they had to do is just port it again. Yeah. Well, I'll rebuy it.
But that might be too intense, you know? Too spooky for me. No, I'm joking. I would play it. I would love that shit. Geisen is here. How you doing, Geisen? Welcome to the chat. You had one job, says Trent. You did have one job. Watch the trailers that we're talking about. but you just wouldn't do it, would you? No. Germ says, I want to put my face on game characters again. Yes, just
You
my
hit him with
face.
the dingle. You slow him out with the bullet.
There was a game, Fight Night, round 3. It had the PS3 camera. It took a picture of my face, like from the front and from the side, and you had to match up all the dots. And it was perfect. It looked like me boxing. I was like, oh man, it was the funniest thing. My girlfriend at the time was like, this is ridiculous. But then I did it with NBA. It's a free NBA game that came with PS Plus and was like, oh, you can use the PS4 camera. I was like, this is going to be class. That game was clearly designed for black people only, because any white character you try and make in that game, they just look like monsters, basically. It's not designed for people of my color. It's a racist game, basically.
I don't know if that's a racist statement or not.
It's racist. Trent says, I don't play VR scary games. Nope, not for me. I love them, Trent. Like, I'm terrified at the time. Like, even the kind of shitty ones. Like, let's say, Don't Knock Twice. Like, I'm not saying it's a shitty game.
Oh, I just finished that.
Okay. What? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on that in a minute, all right?
Or not Exorcist, Paranormal Activity.
I'm not saying it's shit, all right? But I'm just saying, like, if you played that flat, then you'd be like, oh, this wasn't good.
I don't see how that would be good flat. I don't see how that would be good flat at all.
No, it wouldn't be. But in VR, like, just everything was dialed up.
VR.
There's
some good skins.
Somebody made, like, I think I made a highlight video of the fucking...
I just rewatched that right before we streamed, actually. Because you do, like, kung fu. There's a mouse falls across the floor. You're like...
That part where you're crawling through this tight space and she bursts through the wall. It's like, fucking hell.
It scares you.
Oh, my God. That shit was crazy. All right? Are you telling me you weren't fucking terrified?
You know what scared me? The fridge falling in front of the door.
Oh, I don't remember it, but I'll take your word for it.
It's like whispers. Or no, that was Exorcist.
Okay. Oh, you haven't played episode 3 yet, have you?
No, I'm saving that for Halloween.
Okay. Episode 3, Halloween, Decepticon's going to be streaming that. I think it's the scariest episode of The Exorcist. He's going to be streaming some other games too, aren't you?
Probably stream Dread Halls. I'm thinking about... I saw God Cannon playing Drunken Bar Fight.
That's not scary.
Listen, hold on. They changed the camera view to third person, where it's like a store and you're a child. And you can see people as a child.
What?
And it's so funny. Dude, it looks so funny.
What?
So I'm streaming that.
I don't know what the fuck that is. I'll watch it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'll watch it. All right?
I'm waiting in line looking for a PS5.
Shit, what was I going to say? Yeah, you remind me, Fight Night. Weren't they supposed to have like a multiplayer patch? Like last year or this year or something for that game?
Yeah, it's in multiplayer, so we should play that together, actually.
Wait, you're telling me multiplayer is there now?
As children, yes.
What? But it's third person.
Yes. Well, for streaming. When you stream the game, it's in third person.
Oh, so it streams like the social screen is third person.
Like a shopping view, you know what I mean? Like you running around the store, punching people.
That sounds ridiculous, but all right, I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down for that, for sure.
I reinstalled.
Suki says you could do the face stuff in Madden, but then they should... Oh, then they were like, screw us, and they stopped it. I guess not enough people were using that feature for it to be worth it for them. Chops missed this in Fight Night games. He says, whoa, racist. Exactly, they were racist. Suki says, don't know how you haven't played the Persistence yet. I've played it. I just never went back to it.
So good. Platinum that.
I don't know. It just didn't grab me, I guess.
That game is extremely good. That was one of my favorites.
Ooh, Deej makes a good suggestion there, Decepticon. 24-hour stream? Halloween?
24 hours.
24 hours. Do it.
Oh,
Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy, all right? Do it. Yes.
If I had some subscribers.
I'll give you access to my channel. Stream it on my channel. You get all my viewers. I'll get all your views. I'll get all the benefits. It'll be fine. You know? So Sniper Elite is what we were talking about. Is there anything to say about that game? One thing I'm kind of concerned about. Well, I'm concerned. Not really concerned, but whatever. Basically, you know the slow motion bullet shots they do in that game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of looks like instead of watching the bullets, you are the bullets. So it's like your face is zooming into some guy's dick. And then
I said that.
Yeah, but that looks like, but you don't see, like, it didn't show. it didn't show X-rays and stuff, if you know what I mean.
Ah,
So I'm not saying they're not there. I'm just saying that trailer didn't show them.
want that? You want that? That's what you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
you
see.
want to see the testicles bursting in front of your face.
All right.
You want to see that viscera, the black and red stuff, you coming out of them testicles. That's what you want. Beat it on stream, says Tasuki. Are you talking about persistence? Chop says, do eat D. I'll eat shrooms and watch all night. Lol, joke, no shrooms. Better not be eating shrooms. Actually, you know what? They're natural. Eat them. Go ahead.
Eat them. Let's do that.
Shout out. Decepticon. Another topic. Hit me.
Play some games.
Hit me.
New trailer at the Facebook event.
Nope.
Looks pretty
No,
cool.
those are no. Don't read the bullet points. Read another topic. We're moving to a different topic. Resident Evil. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let me just say, every time I talk, it like changes your voice. It really quietens you down a little bit, and you sound like you're on a phone from the 1930s. So, I mean,
relax.
I'm just saying I can barely hear you sometimes. I just want you to be aware of that. If you feel like I'm ignoring you, it's because I didn't hear you. All right.
You're always ignoring me.
Well, sometimes I'm not doing it on purpose.
All right.
It's a really good game, worth beating for sure. Can be tough.
Why was this supposedly 2 hours?
Oh yes, okay.
I first saw that, I was like, wait a second. They're going to have a presentation for 2 hours on the. I'm not going to watch that. I don't want to know anything else on the game.
First of all, absolutely you would watch that because we'd be talking about it afterwards on Touch and Tips. So you would need to know all the details. Decepticon. Secondly, let's say what we're talking about here. First of all, nice and clearly, because when you said it, you just sounded like you could barely be heard. We're talking about Resident Evil 8. Having a presentation at Tokyo Game Show coming up. Originally, it was reported as being a 2-hour thing by RelyOnHorror.com, but actually it was Tradition who replied to me saying, actually that was a mistake. It's only 30 minutes. But 30 minutes is still loads of time for a presentation on one single game. So my thoughts, Decepticon, are we going to get confirmation of viewer at this event?
If it's 30 minutes long, you'll probably hear something about VR.
If we don't, how do we react to that?
Then there probably won't be any I don't see why they would keep that out of a 30-minute presentation.
Okay, so to be clear.
But Sony hasn't dropped anything about VR, so there may be some sort of COVID may have messed up the timeline.
I just want to point out, when people say that to me, because I've heard that excuse as well, I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying Hitman. You know? How can we know about Hitman but we don't know about Resident Evil?
It's strictly going to be, I think we talked about this, because I think it's strictly going to be PS, that's going to be both. I think Resident Evil is going to be just new. PS5
but you're talking
only.
about PSVR 2. You're talking about a new headset, like.
Yes, correct. I think it's going to be like
ludicrous.
Like kind of how Resident Evil 7 was kind of close to the start of PSVR. I think it's going to be the same thing. Resident Evil 8 is going to be PSVR 2.
I think there's no way in hell we're getting a new headset next year. I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
I think around now is when we'll see the new headset.
You mean this time next year?
Yes, correct.
From what I've heard of rumors from the insider Dusk Golem, who reported
with Quest, because Quest 3 will be out by that point.
Have you heard about Dusk Golem? He's like an insider on Twitter. He knows about Capcom and stuff like that. He's the one who kind of leaked all the village stuff and the setting and the werewolves and all that kind of stuff originally. So he does know shit. He said that originally Resident Evil 8 was planned for January 2021.
Okay.
All right. And that they've since hit some development issues, according to him, and then it's going to be pushed back a little bit. Well, not issues, changes that they wanted to make. So
and how long did this VR get ported to 7? Was that instantly ported?
That was day one. Like when they revealed that game, it was like, hey, viewers coming to this thing day one.
Interesting.
So, just saying. Just saying.
You know what? No VR. That's it. Wrap it up. No PSVR 2. We're all going to have to get Quest.
I'm just saying 2022. I'm not saying 2021. I just think that's too soon. Maybe even 2023, but no later than that. Hell, this channel is supported by drug money, says Delidan. Technically, yeah, I guess it is. Wait, is he selling? Chopped, are you selling as well? Chop says lol. Tsuki says I don't react at all until 1, PS5 is out, and 2, we have a release date for Resident Evil 8. We didn't need either of those things to know about Resident Evil 7 coming to, you know. Well, I guess we knew the release date straight away, but still, they announced us with us. Like, there's no reason not to announce us. I don't think. Devo says Quest 2 will take over until PSVR 2. Just the facts. There is a lot of, like, I'm seeing a lot of praise for Quest 2, but I'm also seeing some criticism too. Like, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. And I don't just mean the Facebook dodgy shit. I'm talking about, like, design-wise. There's some things that people are not happy about. But yeah, Quest is probably going to take the lead, which I think Sony's happy with. Sony don't want to be the market leader for VR right now. I think they wanted to just kind of follow the trend and, you know, profit on that. Tsuki says, because Hitman 3 comes out in January and we don't even have a Resident Evil 8 date. We know it's coming out in 2021. You know, it's a window. I mean, if they don't know PSVR is coming now, it's the main... Are you saying that they don't know? Like, the game is releasing next year, but they don't know if they're going to put VR into us? Is that what you mean?
No. I'm sure they know whether or not VR is going to be in it.
So that's why I'm saying, like, why wouldn't they reveal that?
Sony hasn't said anything about VR as part of some contract, you know what I mean? Like, because of how everyone's behind on schedule, maybe that was like, we should have gotten, like, word of what VR is at the moment, but since COVID's pushed everything back, we're not hearing about it yet.
Are you expecting like an event or a showcase just for VR and PS5?
I'm sure.
Yes. I'm not.
Yes. No?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
I'd love that, but I'm not. I think
it'll be short. I don't think it's not going to be anything big. I think it'll be like some like 10-minute, 15-minute long thing.
I don't know.
Like, hey, we got this. It's going to have this, then it's going to have this and this, and it's going to release with this.
Hitman 3 was at that first PS5 showcase. And that's when we learned about VR. Am I wrong about that? Or was that a state of play?
I don't know. I jumped into VR late, like for PlayStation, so I don't know.
But I'm talking about it was this year. In June or whenever. Like, when did we find out Hitman 3 was coming to VR? What event was that?
Like,
was that the PS5 showcase?
That was one of those events.
June? Or was that a state of play? I can't remember.
That was recent. More recent.
Deej says, don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, Deej. Appreciate it. Rogue says, for once I agree with PP. Thank you, Rogue. I must be wrong then. Roy says, Resident Evil 8 will have a 2-hour presentation on the 27th. It's actually going to be 30 minutes, Roy. I think they mistakenly put up, or whatever website reported on that, Rely on Horror. They said 2 hours. It's actually going to be 30 minutes, I think. Unless Tradition was wrong about that, but he's never wrong about anything. Tsuki says next year the PSVR will be 5 years old. It will indeed.
It's nuts.
But Sony are not going to be expecting people to buy. Like, they know. PSVR didn't come out until after 3 years after the PS4 came out. You know, that's enough time for people to, you know, make another big purchase. Unless it's super cheap.
Topic that we don't know about.
Listen, we're discussing. I'm not saying I know. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying anyone's wrong. I'm just giving my 2 cents, you know?
I don't think anyone knows anything.
Of course.
I don't think Resident Evil knows.
Sony doesn't know.
Sony doesn't. Nobody knows.
Jackpot says, if we don't get graphics upgrade with the PS5, then the need to release new PS4 headset to keep up with the Oculus, etc. I think there's potential for graphic upgrades, but people will have to work on it. It's not just going to be like a, you know, magically graphically upgraded, but there will be upgrades if the developers work on them. Tsuki says Resident Evil 7 didn't drop during a pandemic. I mean, yeah. But
I think that's
they know Resident Evil 8 is coming out, and they've announced Resident Evil 8.
It's messing up all the things. I think that's why we haven't heard anything about anything, and everything's just dropping like on us.
I think if you know that, like, they know that VR is coming. They know it's either coming or it's not coming. You know, Capcom, I'm talking about. They know. You know? And they know their game is coming next year.
Maybe they're not allowed to talk about it.
Why? Why is
it's on the wraps? Sony keeps it on the wraps.
All right. I don't see how that benefits Sony, but all right. How does Sony benefit from that being like kept secret?
They don't want the Quest. They don't want Facebook, Zuckerberg figuring it all out.
He's if they got the deal, they have the deal. If it's like they got the 7 or they got the deal for 7, you know, and they talked about it as soon as they got it. So I don't know. Maybe they don't have the deal. Maybe they're in negotiations. Maybe they're fighting with Zuck right now. Maybe that's what it is. They're in a battle with Zuck for exclusivity.
Yep.
Chops says, I will not confirm or deny. Oh, Chops over here dealing drugs now. Tsuki says, saying they are not ready to tell us just yet. Year has been chaos. The focus now is PS5 getting out. I agree with that. That they don't want to mention anything about VR before the PS5 comes out.
As well. Then there's like all these things out all at once, all at the same time.
Yep.
And here's thousands of dollars.
But even a year later is like soon, you know? People are still buying them like crazy in the first year. Like a lot of people are gonna be like, I'm gonna wait a year before I buy a PS5.
I'm waiting.
Wait for Horizon to come out or whatever the games you're waiting for. Devo.
Or what's going on with like VR? That's basically what I'm waiting for.
Well, I think that's what we're all waiting for. Us as a group here together right now. Devo says you should think about Quest 2 content. PSVR is not going to be that great when Quest 2 will have the same titles but better. Devo, I just can't afford to like get a Quest on top of a PS5.
I'd have PC, Quest, I'd have all the stuff.
If I had the money, I'd be having the Valve Index. You know, I'd be talking all about Half-Life Alyx.
Oh, definitely.
Like, check out my Half-Life stream. You know. Chopped is like VR is dead. We are moving into hologram rooms. I don't know what that is, but I'd be interested in trying out a hologram room once they get the sensation of touchdown. You know. Devo says, but I'm waiting for PSVR 2. That's when I'll get my PS5. That's going to be like, if you're buying the two of them together, that's surely going to be an expensive purchase. But if you got the cash, by all means. Deech says, I thought Gran Turismo would have been mentioned in the last showcase and with full VR support. That's another one that should have had that little PSVR logo in the corner, but it never did. I mean, you know, it just fills me with worry to see these things. You know,
scaring you.
I don't like it. Makes me paranoid because I don't see a good reason not to talk about Resident Evil having a VR mode.
You want to be informed. You want to be informed.
You know, if I'm allowed to know about Hitman having a VR mode, why can't I know about Resident Evil?
In the dark, what's going on? Anyway. I have a feeling it's just going to be made because of how much it sold. Like and everyone talks about it. That's like everyone. That's the only game everyone talks about.
Resident Evil.
Okay. Resident Evil. Scariest game. Resident Evil. Best game. Resident Evil.
I would disagree that's the scariest.
I don't think it's scary. It was cool.
The first hour is scary.
It was also, since it was in the beginning, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So it was early VR. So anything early VR was like, phenomenal.
It's the most polished. Even today, it's like the most polished VR game I think you can see anywhere.
Story-wise, gameplay-wise.
Yeah, it's a full game. Like.
Clear, yep.
And the DLC, all the DLC and stuff, it's all VR. Most of it.
All of it is good.
Decepticon, or Devo says Decepticon is cooler than Pumpkin. Decepticon, correct. Would you like to? Statement. Well, okay. Well, he's the one with the wizard ball and the Death Star, and I'm over here. You broke it. You broke it, you idiot. Turn it off. You're fucking my ears. Plug it out and plug it back in again. What is he doing? Oh my god. He touches the fucking wizard ball and it fucks up the remote. Jesus Christ. It sounded like a hurricane going into the microphone. I'm sorry for this guy's... You're telling me this guy's cooler? You think this guy's cooler? You got electrocuted. You gonna tell me this guy's cooler than me? Come on. You just blew out your fucking eardrums and you're telling me he's cooler. Alright. Okay.
I didn't hear anything. This is great. I didn't hear nothing.
Geisen with the information that I needed. Do not do it again. Geisen says it was announced in the state of play for the Hitman VR. Thank you, Geisen.
This is like
Thank you.
20 minutes late. Thank you, guys.
Listen, I wanted to know. $299 for the Quest 2, says Devo, which is still like only €100 less than a PS5. And then who knows how much I got to save up for a PSVR 2.
You could trade in your PS4 if you have no use for it anymore. $100.
What if Firewall doesn't run on PS5?
Well, $2.
Goodbye,
buy
Firewall.
Trade
Goodbye.
it in, buy back.
Buy it again, twice the price. Twice the price. Buy it back. The new Quest is cheaper than the first one, says Chopped. Ghost 278 says, what's the best 4K TV to go with the PS5? Apparently not all 4K TVs are made equal. I think Sony themselves have made like a really cool Bravia TV that is like they're advertising as for PS5. It has like the minimal input lag or latency or whatever. You got to worry about that when it comes to 4K TVs and HDR and all that stuff. But not cheap. I suppose it depends on your budget, Ghost. I've got a Samsung QLED 4K, which I'm pretty happy with. Jason Ewan says, howdy everyone. How you doing, Jason Ewan? Tasuki says, we had a full week of for PSVR. Then the next was all about PS5 and games. And you're worried about VR not taking center stage yet again. Relax, too early to freak out. Tasuki, that is a complete reduction of what I'm saying. I'm not asking for center stage. What I'm asking for is a little label in the corner of a Resident Evil trailer to say VR support included. Is that taking center stage?
But that may be a sign that it's PSVR 2 supported.
Listen, you're insane. Don't get out. There's no PSVR 2, all right? There's no PSVR 2.
You're about to say get out. Get out of here.
I did. I thought I did. Did I not say that?
Grounded.
I thought I said that.
Get to your room. You're grounded.
Chopped is gone. He's smoked out of his head. Good night, Chopped. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the generosity, Chopped. I do appreciate that, as always. Trent saying lol. Or Deej, their ears. You heard all their ears. It's all over. Trent Dab says, I can't believe that happened. Lol, that was a good time to be out, says Chopped. Tsuki says, love the new effects for a windstorm in dreams. There you go. Just got to rip the audio out of that and it's going to put it into one of your dreams creations.
Can't wait to rehear this. All right.
Trent says, well, it looks better now. Lamau, laters, sell your PS4 to one of your fans. It's a piece of pumpkin history. Man,
there you go.
Damn,
Autograph.
who's going to buy it? Who wants to buy
Autograph
my
it.
PS Pro? It sounds like a jet. Tasuki says, trade it. Oh, wait, wait, no. He says, trade in your PS4 and have no way to game for 2 months. Also, well, don't trade it in now. Trade it in at launch. Also, new Quest is $299 for the 64 gig, but $399 for the larger drive one. 64 is not a lot of space for. Well, I know VR games are usually smaller than the big AAA stuff, but still 64 will fill up pretty quick.
Yeah, 64 is not a lot.
Mr. Jackpots, well, can you what's the storage like in those things? Can you expand that thing, like yourself? Or like by is it a card? Is that SD cards or what? What is it using?
I don't know.
Jackpot says 900 hours is 900H is the Sony. Had that, but got the he's talking about TVs. Sorry, 900H Bravia, I guess. Did I Dan says generosity or drug money, all the same. Listen, that money is not blood money, but it's like cocaine money for sure. There's residue. There's residue of the cocaine that was sucked through that into somebody's nose. But I'll take it. You know, take what I can get. Decepticon.
Beat Saber's getting multiplayer.
It is. Now you were kind of notorious. You know, everyone was talking about this. Decepticon doesn't like Beat Saber. You know, what's wrong with him? There's Reddit threads all about it. Like, what's wrong with this guy? He's a freak. Does this interest you, Decepticon? Is this going to get you back into to Beat Saber?
Nope.
No, not interested.
No interest. No.
I mean, look,
None.
6 players total,
If I was
including
on
yourself.
PC, if I was on PC, I'd have a much greater interest in this game.
Now, why? Oh, because the customizable.
The custom, yeah, all the things. Then you can just keep going.
Okay, that's fair. What we should say about this is that it's 5 players, like an additional 5 players, so 6 players total. You can play with friends privately, or you can play with random people in matchmaking. Apparently, you're competing. There's not much details when it comes to like what you actually do, but like I think you can probably imagine, you're just trying to get the high score between all these people.
People have been also saying that there might be power-ups. You know, like hit the things and they'll go on the other
probably
person's
like
track,
modifiers
mess
and
them
shit
up.
like that. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yep.
That sounds cool.
Yep.
Kind of like a Mario Kart kind of a twist.
Yep.
I like that. That sounds cool. It's coming out the 13th of October, unless you are a PSVR owner like we are, in which case it might not come out on that date.
Said it won't.
They can't guarantee. Oh, he
It'll
said
be later.
Officially?
It'll be later. I think so. I think
right.
I saw that post.
Looks like somebody
They
there. I
did
saw a
say
post saying it might
PSVR
not.
will be later.
I remember the post I saw on Twitter was like, "We're hoping to get it on the same day, but it
All right.
might not." That's unless they've updated since. I didn't check.
I'm gonna say it's probably right. I'm gonna say it's probably not.
Actually, you know what? Let's just check it. Let's just check it now. Why not? Let me boot up Edge here. It's gonna be a seamless experience because
here we go.
barely uses any RAM. This podcast sponsored by Microsoft Edge,
It's over.
the best browser. Using Chrome. Time to put Chrome in the toilet. Okay, it's loading very slowly here. The stream is probably crashing as we speak. I'll search for some Beat the Meat. Beat Saber. Okay. Any second now. Okay. Who's ready for the multiplayer release on October 13th? Tag a friend. Nothing about PSVR there. I'm scrolling. Just trying to keep up with my scrolling. Big news. Multiplayer is coming to Beat Saber. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the last thing they said about PSVR is that, dear PSVR players, we are doing everything we can to make sure we release multiplayer simultaneously on all platforms on October 13th. But there might be a delay with the PS4 version. Please bear with us and check our social media regularly for new updates about PSVR. So don't ever listen to Decepticon. He never knows what he's talking about.
Told you.
You know what? You were more informative when you touched your wizard ball and started screaming wind into the microphone.
That's it.
You know, that's my favorite type of Decepticon. My voice is going. You should talk more. You know, or I should talk less, maybe. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Jackpot says, will the $70 price on some games will make you hesitant on getting games on release? Yes. For me, it's €80 for me.
Yes.
So if I was to translate €80 to dollars, that's like $94. So that's how much games cost for me now. So I was going to guess Demon Souls and Spider-Man. Now I'm just getting Demon Souls.
Just get Demon Souls.
That's all I'm getting.
You'll spend hours playing that
launch.
anyway.
And I was going to get the digital PS4 or 5. Now I'm thinking I should go physical so I can try and get some deals, like discounts and stuff like that on these games because they're so expensive.
Yep.
So if anything, Sony losing money by putting up the price, if you ask me. Trent Dab says Pistol Whip 2089 looks cool. Game I've never really followed too much.
Never really gotten to that either.
Yeah. I guess you don't like it because the music is kind of similar to Beat Saber.
That too. Yeah, meh.
But it has its fans.
Yeah.
It has its fans, you know? Whip that whip. Pistol Whip. Decepticon, hit me.
No Man's Sky. Origins.
Ooh. Deej, if you're still in the chat, this is your time to shine. And he is in the chat. He's just said something. Why are Sony doing this to us good folks in the EU? I don't know, Deej. Actually, I do know. It's because EU is their like market where they don't have to worry. They don't have to worry about Microsoft competing. They don't have to worry about Nintendo competing. Sony owns Europe, so they're like, you know what? You're our bitch. We'll make these €100 and you'll fucking buy them. Whoa. That's basically what it is. From what I can gather, I don't know why. Like, there's probably a reason. I know when they show American prices, that doesn't include tax. So it's actually more expensive. Like, what? I don't know what the tax. Like, let's say you were to buy a $60 game, Decepticon. How much is that actually going to be?
What
for you?
What? Say that
again? You go into a store, right?
Uh-huh.
You want to buy a $60 game.
Yeah.
Okay. You bring it to the cash register, as you say in America. How much do you actually pay?
$60, 63, whatever the tax is.
Oh, there it is. See, there it is. So it goes up. It's not the actual. Something. Yeah. So they don't advertise the actual price. So even though there is tax, it's still way higher. Like, it doesn't add up.
3% sales tax here. 3%.
3%, huh? Tsuki says, well, if you go digital, you wouldn't be able to play any physical PS4 games you had. That's true. I think that's a big reason why they have that instant game collection now, or the PS5 or PS4 game collection for PS Plus. So basically all the big games Resident Evil 7 included. If you bought them on
See
disc,
that I
you'll be able to download
haven't
them.
paid, I haven't played any of that stuff. I haven't bought any of that stuff. See, it pays off not playing flat. They just give
Are you
you all
gonna?
of
Are
it.
you even
They
gonna
give
bother
it to
playing
you.
them? You're probably still not gonna play
Probably
them.
not,
Like, so
probably
you know,
not,
what's the
probably
difference?
not.
What's the difference?
Probably not.
Geisen says most likely need to get certification for the multiplayer in Beat Saber, which requires PS Plus. Crisis Brigade had to go through the same thing. Exactly, Geisen. When it comes to consoles, I'd say if it was on Xbox too, I'm sure it'd be delayed there too. But there's like way more red tape to get through, certification and all that kind of stuff, as we know, because we've been following, like, let's say Contagion. Like, how many times does that get delayed? Alvo, obviously, another good example. Sean Simmons says 65. 65 what? Oh, he's talking about tax, I'm guessing. So that's $5. $5 that just appears out of nowhere. It's not advertised to you. It just pops up. 7%. Yeah, and all your states have different percentages. That's all kind of
Yep.
trippy. Yo.
Delaware's
Suki.
free. You buy it in Delaware, that shit is $60.
We've got VAT over here, and it's like 21%.
Oh.
Tasuki says, hope you didn't miss the insane PS Plus deal the other day when it was $28 for a year on CD Key's site. I don't think that would work for my European account, Tasuki. Also, isn't those like CD Keys sites? Are they kind of dodgy and shady and shit?
There's one site that does it good. I forget what it's called.
Okay.
I have it bookmarked. Where you can get loyal, like definitely get whatever game, country, codes, whatever you want.
And like they're sourced legit, like they're not.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not bought with stolen credit cards and all this shit.
Nope.
Okay. Deep says all the No Man's Sky communities are hoping planets will be a lot more in depth and diverse. They also say a full system wipe might happen to make sure. Oh, so make sure to back up all the No Man's Sky saves. That's it. And that reminded me we were actually talking about No Man's Sky there before we went off on a tangent. But No Man's Sky update called Origins. We know nothing about it, basically, other than a little post.
Another topic.
Look, other than something that's interesting and worth talking about, where they
Do
said
we know about anything we
it's
talked
a new
about?
start, Decepticon.
I don't
all right?
think so.
It's a new start.
What?
That's what they said. Origins.
All right.
It's the start of something new. So that means
Everybody calm down.
to me, that means they're not done updating the game. Like, this is going to be like the groundwork for a bunch more like updates in the coming months or whatever. Even though we're kind of all expecting them to stop. Like, if they stopped updating the game, I don't think anyone would be upset. But apparently this past year was their best year in terms of players and all that kind of stuff. So that game's just gone from strength to strength. Well, strength to abysmal
Totally
failure
redeemed himself.
to strength again.
Totally redeemed
they did.
yourself.
They did. Christ the Redeemer. Tsuki says, nope, this one works. I got it. It's still 31. Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but I'm just saying, like, is it legal? You know, is it, like, technically piracy or whatever? Not piracy, but, you know, shady. Deej says, I'm sure the No Man's Sky update will be good no matter what it is. Hello Games have already said they will continue to update the game for the foreseeable future. It's crazy. And every update's been free, which is the craziest part. Alright, Tsuki says, yes, it's legal. Alright, Tsuki. I'm gonna call the SWAT team off. They're outside your window ready to bust in, rappel in the windows. Trevor is here. He says, pre-ordered a Quest 2 and Elite Strap. That strap is like $50 by itself, which is kind of ridiculous.
My goodness.
Rest in peace, PSVR, says Trevor. But Trevor, how is Firewall going to run? Or Resident Evil 7 going to run on Quest 2? There you go. Checkmate. You know? Take that, atheists. Alright. Sean Simmons says we can build better penis mountains. There we go. In PS5, I hope so.
Dreams,
the
clear
Origins
mountains.
update.
Dreams.
What if the Origins update is like to build like foundation for the PS5, the next generation, you know?
I thought you were going to say to build penis.
No, that's what Sean is implying. But you know, he's saying like the wording of the update
Oh, I
is
know
like,
what he's saying.
listen, the wording of the update is like the start of something new, and PS5 was just around the corner. Maybe it's to lay foundations for like a big next gen.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
You know? Hit me. What's next? What's left? Anything left?
Swordsman.
Ooh, well, there's not really much to say about this other than
Swordsman.
it looks good, and it's coming out 25th.
Friday.
I'm going to try and get a key for that. Sin Studios.
Right.
Decepticon, can we forgive Sin Studios for Warzone?
Get an extra key. Give me a key.
No.
Yep.
No,
Get
I'm not.
a couple of them.
Listen, I talk too
Get
much
one,
shit
give
about
them
Sin
out, and I
Studios.
win
I'm
the
not going to get
contest.
one.
Give them out. I win the contest. Go ahead.
All right. Listen, we better talk about this off stream,
Let's rig this
Decepticon,
contest
okay?
right here. Let's
All
rig this
right.
contest right now, pal.
Was it you were telling me Dave Station played this?
He's played both of them. Yes.
What do
And
you
he
mean,
said
both
he
of them?
enjoyed
Whoa,
both of
stop.
them. He
Stop.
played both of
of
them.
what?
Until they fall.
No.
Until they fall.
Well, why are we talking
the
about
other
until we fall? Like, no, nobody can
It's
follow
not
this
the sword
conversation.
game. I'm just talking
The
about another
swordsman.
sword.
Talking about the swordsman right now.
Yes.
All right.
He played the both. Because we're going to get to that too. So David Station played the both.
Okay.
He said swordsman is very physical, very
Yeah.
slicey and dicey.
No, he didn't.
You know,
He didn't say
physics,
that.
Whatnot. Yes, he did.
No, he
this
didn't.
Is word for word.
He said
this is word for
it's
word. Are
very
you
physical.
kidding me?
It's
And
very
then-
slicey and dicey.
Until
Say
they
it like he
fall.
said it.
Like,
Say it.
until they fall.
There we go.
David Station here. Until they fall is really good. There's a rope. It's very rope-like.
Say I just
There's
got a
a
haircut.
rope-like
Say I just got a
experience.
haircut. Say it. Say it.
Say what?
Say I just got a haircut.
I just got a haircut.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
just I don't think you've
Oh,
noticed.
yeah.
Just got a haircut.
Nobody's gonna get that reference unless they've seen the Twitter. Did you see the Shaolin thing?
Yes, I
You
did.
know, that was good. That was good. Deej says
It
I'm
was
skeptical
good.
about that studio. Need to see your review first. I'm skeptical too, but the reason I bring this up is because Dave Station has said he's played this and it's good.
Swordsman looks good though. Swordsman looks good. Until they fall, they both look good. They both look games I will probably
When's Until You
purchase.
Fall coming out? Same day?
29th, Tuesday.
29th. And then Walking Dead Onslaught is coming out 29th as well.
And budget cuts.
And budget. There's no way.
25th.
Okay. Out of those, Walking Dead is like the top of my list. And
Oh,
then maybe
Prince-
Swordsman.
Got the PSVR update. That updated
What's
as
that?
well.
What's that?
Apprencia.
Oh, okay.
That updated.
Okay. That's like a
RPG.
dungeon crawler
Dungeon
type thing.
crawler. Yep.
All right.
Puzzle
Why
solver.
don't you crawl
Dungeon crawler.
crawl in my dungeon, if you know what I'm
PSV
saying.
support added.
Okay.
Looked alright. Looked
Alright.
alright.
Okay.
Heard it was hard.
Okay.
That's got my attention. I like
That's
hard.
what she
I
said.
like the hard games.
That's what she said.
Did she?
She likes
Who's
it hard.
she?
She says she likes it hard.
This better be your wife.
All right. Well, you know what? Anyway,
This is. Yeah.
have we reached the end of the list?
I don't know.
You skip that.
I don't know.
Let's go to I don't have a fax machine
There are
sorted,
no
but
facts.
is
It was
there?
never turned on today.
Listen, post your faxes right now if you want to ask questions or talk about a certain thing.
Talk about
we'll go for
PS5
five more
price
minutes or
date.
whatever.
Are you getting one? Who's getting one? Who
Okay.
who
get
ordered one?
Except
There
are
we
you
go.
getting one?
I didn't.
What's your
I'm
plan?
waiting.
What's your plan?
Waiting.
What
I want to see what's
do you
going
want
on
to
with
see?
VR.
What are you waiting for?
Give me the VR announcement. Tell me
What
what's
do you
going
need?
on.
Like, what do you want them to say about VR?
I want them to say that it's a standalone and that I won't have to immediately purchase a PS5.
Stop us.
And I just buy the PS.
You're talking
2.
about PSVR 2.
Oh yeah.
You've just you skipped the whole thing there.
I skipped
all right?
the whole
You
thing.
skipped the whole thing. So you're telling me you
Jumped right
won't
over
get the
that
PS5.
If I don't need to right away, and then get the PS5 later when it's a little bit cheaper as well.
Okay. So what if a situation happens where they release it separately, standalone, but if you have it with the PS5, you can link us and
that's
boost us.
That's going to happen.
I don't
for
know
sure.
that for sure, but I think would be cool. That would be cool.
No, they're going to do that.
But let's say they do that.
They will do that.
How quickly you get in the PS5 then?
A little bit
quickly?
faster.
A little bit faster?
than it would have been before.
Okay. All right.
But if it is standalone, I probably will get the headset before I buy the system.
Okay, that's fair enough. Deej says, I'm skeptical about Dave Station. Smiley face, smiley face. Well, laughing face, I should say. And then he says, joke, but we all know he's not joking. And he's right to be skeptical. Roy Schwartz says, Dave Station played Alvo 2. He wasn't impressed. Did he really say that?
I don't know. I
Interesting.
didn't hear him talk about Alvo.
Interesting.
The people I've heard that played Alvo, though, said I think it was it's a shooter.
Wow, damn. Decepticon,
It's
your
shoot,
information is
you know?
real good. Where do you
It's
get these
shoot.
insiders? Where do you get these inside information? It's incredible. The sources. You really shake the bushes and see what
Straight
falls
out
out.
of
Like,
Game
you know?
Informer. Are you kidding me? This is
Damn.
on Game Informer's
Okay,
website.
All right.
They tweeted this.
It's a shooter.
They're
Huh?
like, it's a shooter.
There we go. Okay, fair enough. I can't argue with that. Roy Schwartz says, fax me harder, daddy. I can play that if you want, I guess. Let's do it for the crack.
It's that time again
you
for
want the fact- you wanna
questions
do-
and topics
do it.
submitted by
Do it
our
right now.
viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
What the fuck is this?
Alright, and we're back to the normal screen again. Tsuki says, I've pre-ordered PS5 physical day one at GameStop in person. Nice one, Tsuki. Congratulations. I hope it brings you many years of happiness.
Push people out of the way. Tsuki was it crazy in there
He
trying
was
to get one.
He was walking on children to get there. The bodies of children. Deej says, question.
Leaving their money.
Deej says, do you think it's worth pre-ordering Squadrons for the content? And can we finally trust EA on this one? I have pre-ordered Squadrons, but I'm not interested at all in the content. It's just skins. If you're a big... I'm not a Star Wars fan. So if you're a big Star Wars
You
fan...
did pre-order that one, huh?
I did. Because I want the preload. That's the only reason. I
When's
want to have
that
that 2nd of October. Like just a little bit over a week.
Christ, will you stop with these games?
Listen, it's $40. It's not full price.
I know
it's not full price.
I know, but the sword's out. The sword.
Yeah.
I want to get one of these. One of them. One of them.
Yeah.
I gotta get until fall.
Like I knew there was no hope of me getting a review code for Squadron, so I said I'm going to buy this one. You know.
Oh
Which
yeah,
I did.
You're giving out nobody.
Deech says, "Can we finally trust EA on this one too?" And I think the fact that there's no microtransactions, they've no plans for like battle passes or any kind of shit like that. I think we can on this particular one.
Looks really cool. Looks
good.
super cool.
Like I don't see any red flags yet. So, you know,
Especially like inside the ship. The cockpits inside the ships look nuts.
they do. Although I don't like, what's the balance gonna be like? Because some of them cockpits are like wide open, and then some of them are like small circles. So you can you can see less, like just by design, and you have to like, I don't know how you're gonna allow for that. It seems a little bit unfair, but I don't know. Tsuki says, I rather it not be standalone as that greatly limits its power, but have a standalone be an option, and then you can plug it into the PS5 and get the full power. That's what I would like.
I would like that too.
Trevor says you have to pre-order PSVR adapter from Sony to play on PS5. Yes, you do. We have. Well, yeah, you do. We've talked about that earlier on in the podcast. It's kind of confusing. It's kind of vague. Nobody really knows anything about it other than it's supposedly free. Jackpot says, how much do you think Alvo will cost? I hope somewhere between
$30 dues.
I was going to say 20 to 25.
$25 dues.
And that's a good price. I mean, keeping in mind, not a big budget game. It's,
Nope.
you know, I mean, if you looked at the latest trailer, you see the explosions from the trucks and like the remote control thing. Like the explosions aren't gonna, like they look pretty dated. Like not to throw shade or anything like that, but you know, it's not the
There's a lot
prettiest
going
game.
on. If it's 5 versus 5, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like bots and all that kind of stuff for if you want like single player stuff too. I'm not sure how intelligent the bots are going to be, but whatever. Tsuki said there was like 2 other people there.
That's it?
Bodied 2 of them. 2 of them in the grave now. Deej with another question.
I figured it'd be like, I'm getting one. I gotta get one.
Deej says, any recommendations for the big PSVR sale at the moment? I guess it depends on what you don't have already. I'm not sure what your library is, but off the top of my head,
How's
what's there?
Transference? Transference, $5.
Oh yeah, I got that for free. It wasn't.
How
was
is
enjoyable.
it for $5?
Yeah, it's good for $5. I think. Like it's one of those games you play once and never play it again.
How about Stifled? Did you play Stifled?
No, I didn't. But that's like an interesting
another $5
concept.
one.
But I'm not sure how much I would like it for like a whole game, if you know what I mean.
I know.
So yeah, Deej asked for recommendations. What's in that sale? Blood and Truth
Those
is in
two.
the sale. Like
$5.
I'd recommend Blood and Truth.
There's a whole lot.
Like there's a lot of games there. The good shit, you know. I mean, is there a bad game in that list?
Those 2 were the ones that got my attention. I
Okay.
don't know about the rest.
Okay. 2 from Decepticon then. Transference is pretty good. Elijah Wood is involved in that game. Did I Dance says, I'm just going to hijack the load of PS5s going to GameStop, screw pre-order, and that's the way to do it. And give me one too, Did I Dan. Gamer Chick 13, how you doing? Waving to Deej. Trent Dabbs says, Flight Sim VR games will make you sick. Well, we'll find out when we're playing space combat games. How sick Decepticon's going to be.
We'll find out.
Ray Schwartz says, "Oh my god, GGC is in this chat." I'm guessing they're freaking out over Gamer Chick. Is this Gamer Chick a celebrity?
I assume so.
All right, cool. Subscribe, Gamer Chick. You know, hit the like button, ding the bell. All right, cheers, thanks. Deech says, "Hi, Gamer Chick. I hope you're well." Gamer Chick says, "Why not? I love PP." There you go. Thank you. Tasuki says, "If Alvo isn't out by the end of October, it's dead on arrival with missing pumpkin face camo." There you go. Now, Tasuki, that is the most. I don't know.
What the?
That's
what
the most
what?
sane. That's the most reasonable thing I've ever heard you say, Tasuki. It's lucid. It's a rare moment of lucid thought from Tasuki, and I like it. Germ says, I got in that direct say. Oh, you mean direct from PlayStation.com? Oh, is that like when you like entered your your name for the raffle, and they're like, you've been chosen to get a pre-order thing?
Okay, a few people got it that way.
Yeah. Trent says, Roy, I know you from Seabass stream. Seabass is blown up. I don't know if you've seen that. He's getting like 16,000 viewers when he streams now. It's out of control.
Trying to get a Tesla.
Yeah. Pre-orders from Sony. Oh shit. Deej says she is a dev for Saints and Sinners, you fools. For reals?
What?
For reals? No
love
way.
That game.
No way.
We love that game.
No way. If
That
that's
game is
true, then
extremely
yes, we
good.
do love that game. GG on Saints and Sinners. I'm blushing. You know, we got a celebrity in the chat. Man. I'm speechless now, Decepticon. I'm flustered. I want to ask questions about Saints and Sinners all of a sudden, but I don't know what to ask. You know,
PSVR 2 information.
Yeah.
Now.
Release days, price. Yeah. Saints and
Trapper,
Sinners.
quick.
Is it game of the year so far, Decepticon? Saints and Sinners.
To me, that's definitely like everyone says Resident Evil, but it's a different game. Physical.
Whoa.
Physical
I mean this year,
combat?
it's 2020.
Oh, all right, yes, 100%.
Better than Dreams for you?
What are my cats doing?
Oh my god. She's from Skydance. That's so cool. Thanks for stopping by the channel, Gamer Chick. I'm super flattered. And look who else. We got another celebrity
Alvo.
over here. We got Alvo here. Look at all these celebrities popping up in the chat. Looks at these two. How you doing, Alvo?
Price.
Welcome.
There we go. We just asked Alvo price. Got a price?
Can we
for
get
us?
some prices? Can we get some
Price
dates?
for Alvo.
Inside scoops? What you got? Tasuki, well, it was a fun game. Beat it on stream and enjoyed the whole thing. Hey, Alvo. Gamer Chick says, I love the honest feedback on The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Man.
So
That game blew me away. When I pointed a gun at an NPC, pushed it against her forehead, and she actually moved back, realistically, that was like, man, good times.
Stabbing,
you know?
everything.
Good times.
all the things. Lots of fun in that game.
All the devs are showing up is right. Multiple celebs. We need that Alvo base. The pressure is being put on Alvo right now. No
Beta.
pressure on Skydance. Skydance are cool. Their game is out. We just gotta wait for that base Alvo. Any dates? Can we get a clue? Does the month start with an O? Does it sound like Ock something? Start with that. Unloco says Alvo basis sign up time. Decepticon. The list has run dry. I think we're out of questions.
Let's see.
It's all kicking off with the
bottom.
celebrities in the chat though, which is kind of cool. But
We're at the bottom. I love hitting that frying pan. Hitting zombies with the frying pan.
oh yeah,
Very satisfying.
Spoon.
Especially because the stamina doesn't run out and the pan doesn't break. You can just keep pounding zombies with that pan.
sick man. You're a sick man,
so good.
Decepticon.
So good.
Do you keep stats? Is there stats of like how many people were killed with spoons and stuff like that?
Oh, that's a good
I
question.
enjoy the spoons. Spoon stabbing and frying pan hitting are my go-to.
Whoa.
Says Gamer Chick.
Baited. We got baited. Alvo says
Whoa.
baited.
Beta?
So there will be a beta.
Wait, hold on a second.
Bam.
It's going to be a
Open-
word-by-word
Open
sentence.
and closed.
Oh, here we go. So we submitted the basic build to them this weekend.
Bam.
Here we go. Live news.
Pow.
Breaking news. Breaking news. It's happening. This just
On the
in.
beat. Beat kids. Beat kids.
Here we go. I guess, like, how long do you know how long you have to wait for Sony to go through a build?
Couple weeks, you know?
If we're talking about a couple of weeks, that smells like October.
All right.
Oh man, I just got a cramp in my leg. Just be cool.
3-4
Nobody
days to
knows this.
approve, a few
Nobody
more
knows
to
this.
get it to PSN. Ooh.
Guessing will take 3 to 4 days to approve. Uh-oh. I just knocked over my PSVR camera.
Here we go.
Oh my god, my leg, lads. It's fucked. My leg is freaking out right now.
With you?
I'm in tremendous pain.
Drink some water or something. What's wrong with
I'm gonna
you?
die on stream. Have you ever seen someone die in a
Oh,
podcast?
please do. This will be viral. We'll go viral.
This is what your music career needed. Decepticon.
Oh,
Oh
skyrocket.
my god, I'm
from
pulling
here
a
on
hammy.
out.
You ever pull a hammy from sitting down too hard, Decepticon? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't know what it's like to sit down this hard, alright? How would you? Can't wait to try Alvo. Can't wait to release those dogs, says Jack Boss. We'll
Ooh.
start as closed beta, then open it up. There we go. There we go. That's some nice little bit of news. So it's going to start as a closed beta and then open to a fully open beta. You heard it
All
here
right.
first.
There you go.
heard it here first.
On the beat. Bam. More news.
All right.
At your face.
Man loses leg from Alvo beta reveal. I'm going to clip this part. Upload it separately. Oh. For real though, I'm just massaging my leg. I don't know what's going on over here. Perfect. Alvo, may I ask how big your team is that worked on the game, says GamerChick. Alvo says, and when did Dave Station say he was not impressed? Hey, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Alright, somebody else said that in the chat. Alright?
I don't think he said that.
But,
I don't think he's ever said that.
If you want to give out to Dave Station, by all means, track him down.
Yell at Dave. Yeah, you know, he did say that.
You know what you should do? You should send him a death threat. You know? Dox him. That's what he gets. You know? He doesn't understand the work that you're putting into these games. He doesn't understand. You know?
He just signs up for more popular YouTube channels and takes the ride.
That's it. Riding the coattails.
Riding them coattails.
Gamer Chick says, I don't remember Dave Station saying this. I don't who? Somebody said it in the chat. Alright? Somebody brought that to me. Decepticon, you said you don't remember him saying it either.
No.
It's possible that he didn't say it.
But I mean, hey, it's possible. That
Roy.
he did.
It was Roy. Somebody in Heat spreading fake news. Ooh. So Roy's spreading fake news or Dave Station is spreading fake news? Which one's the fake newser?
Ham.
Somebody he meant to say in here,
lies.
but in he's is good. Bag of lies. Tsuki says, so when is the Alvo PS5 patch? Lol.
Oh, he'll have VR2 news too. Shake him down.
Now I want to end the stream, but at the same time, I'm getting too juicy in the chat. Like the drama is just kicking off.
Arguing about Dave Station. We got developers in here.
Let's just talk shit about Dave Station for an hour, will we? Let's do it.
He said this about your game. He said it was trash.
Deej says he was probably drunk. Don't defend him, Deej.
He was probably drunk. What's he streaming drunk
Drunk
for?
words or sober thoughts. You know, that's what they say.
Happened? Dave Station, we need to talk about this. Yeah, we need to sit
Alvo
down.
wants an address. What's his address? Do you know Dave Station's address? I can tell you he's Florida. All right, you gotta narrow it down yourself
right.
from there.
Florida.
He's a Florida.
5XL. We'll have to give 5XL help.
1, 2, 3, 4 fake streets, says Tasuki. All right, we'll start there. You know what? I think he said Orlando too. So I can. I've narrowed it down so much for you. There's only so much I can do from here.
There you go. Fine.
We'll do some. I'm going to analyze his streams, look out the window in the background, see some reflections of the street signs, and I'll get the address. Don't worry.
Drunken bar fight. Gone viral from drunken bar fight.
Real life drunken bar fights. Just streaming himself beating up kids in a grocery store.
Is that why?
That's what he's doing. That's what you
all
saw.
Makes sense now.
That's what you saw. Secure CCTV footage of Dave Station going on a rampage. Oh man, I hope he doesn't watch this.
Probably.
Bobby Deerfield, how you doing, Bobby Deerfield? Where are you from, boy? I don't know if he's asking me or we're talking about Dave.
Ohio.
Oh, I'm from Idaho.
Idaho. That's
Idaho, Twin Falls, Idaho. That's my hometown. Jackpot says I'm excited to see the customization and Alvo for weapons and avatars. We have seen some of that in actions, like a zebra skin on a weapon, I think. Fozzie says this will never end.
Who is Roy?
Dave is from
Who
the
is
streets.
Roy?
No, oh, you want Roy's address? He's the one with the fake news. Damn, gunning for Roy. You know what? I'm gonna stick up for my homeboy, Bag of Ham. He's been with me through taking
1, 2, 3, Ham Lane.
Just follow the smell of ham. Salted meat ham. Or fucking burlap sacks of ham. Anyway, listen. I think we've talked enough shit. I think for the sake of Roy's safety, we should end this stream.
So we talked a whole lot about things we don't know and Dave's Station. All right.
We doxed Dave's Station. You know, it was a good day. It's a good day's work. Episode 30. I like it. You know? GG. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks everyone in the chat.
Job.
Thanks for all the likes. And thanks to chat for them juicy donations. Appreciate it very much. Until next time. Bye-bye. Take care. GG.
So long.
G.
Farewell.
G.
Bye.
End stream.
What the fuck is this?
So long. Goodbye. So long. Goodbye. No, they can't. Right now? They can still hear me now? Goodbye. So long. Farewell. So long. Goodbye. GG. GG. I'm done. Shut it off.